Hello chat, we're having technical difficulties. Please stand by. Hey chat, so we were having a little bit of scuff on Hannah's end. We finally fixed it. And now my window capture decided to go away, so that's great. Lovely. Oh god, no, not that. So I'm fixing that, so hang in there, please. Please. Ok, ahí estás tú. Acá estoy yo. Captura de ventana, ¿dónde carajos estás? Captura de ventana, carajo. ¿Sabes qué? ¿Sabes qué? Vamos a transicionar así y vamos a hablar. A ver, ¿qué? Ajá. Well, I try to figure out this fucking bullshit. Ok, va. Lo va a hacer como el Freddy. En 3. There. They can... Okay, wait. They can hear you. I forgot about that. Hold on. There. I think they can hear you now. Maybe? 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 Where is the Discord audio, please? Where is the Discord? No, wait. I know why. I know why. Hold on. There. They should be able to hear you now. Please tell me you hear her. Yeah. Wait, was I unmuted the whole time? Please tell me I wasn't. Please tell me I wasn't. Anyway, chat as I don't know. Okay, so so now my window capture is not working. So while I fix that, hey, this is Hannah. She's my best friend from I don't know how many years at this point. Introduce yourself while I try not to die. Wait, I think they can't hear you. For some goddamn reason that I don't understand. Please. Please. You can hear yourself on the stream? Like I can hear you, but apparently they can't. For some weird reason. Not the lag. Oh my god, okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna restart this fucking thing. I am so done today. Wait, what is this? Bullshit. Where's the Discord audio? Game. This one. Oh god. Come on. Where's the audio? Where is the audio? Hold on. Audio. It worked last time. I didn't change anything. I don't know why that's happening. Can you hear her now? Maybe. Hopefully. Kind of. Maybe. Please. I'm begging you this. I mean, OBS. No. Well, that's great. You know what? Fuck this. Fuck this thing. Where is game audio? Oh, wait. I think I accidentally deleted that as well. Well, shit. Game. Discord. Talk.
Hi.
There. Can you hear her now? Please tell me you can.
Can you hear me, please?
Please tell me you can. Don't ask how, Con. I don't know. Okay, finally they can hear you. I used to have separate audio capture for like a game and for Discord. And the Discord one worked fine last weekend. And now it decided that it did not want to work, so I had to change it to game audio, but it's just Discord. I am tired.
This is a complete mess, but hi everyone! Finally, you can hear me.
Okay, talk now to them while I figure out everything else.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. Hi everyone, my name is Hannah. Well, actually, my name is Alejandra, but for better reasons, my name is Hannah. And I'm think we've been friends for like 9 years, kind of.
Kind of.
So yeah, today we're gonna expose ourselves with these fan fiction tropes yearly.
Great.
Yeah, we're of out. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna make separate tiers or the same.
I was thinking separate, but now we
Okay.
need to see if we can actually work this. Like, I don't know why. Like, everything was fine just before the stream. The the window capture worked. Discord worked. Everything was fine. You know.
Okay.
Wait. What?
Now we don't know anything.
Wait.
Okay, I can see it.
Hold on. Why is it? Why can't? Huh? Why can't I see the? I don't get it. The tier list appeared for 5 seconds there.
Okay.
What? What? If I open the window, it shows on the screen for some reason.
Yeah, it's gone now.
I think, okay, because of the lag, you can't see it, but I can see it again. I don't know what's going on. I'm so
Just
tired.
like oops, and then it's gone, and then comes back, and then it's gone. So I don't know.
Okay, if I move something, hold on. If I move something, like, I don't know, angst here, can you see that? Please tell me you can. Where is OBS? Yes, you can. Okay. I mean, I'm answering before you guys can see it actually, but how? I don't have the
Yeah, because
I don't have the thing
I'm
open.
I'm waiting. Yeah, we can see it on the stream. We can see it,
Okay,
so
so
it's
let
fine.
me paint the picture for you guys. I'm not capturing the window. The game capture I opened
Okay.
is hidden. So it, like, I have studio mode on, so I can see like 2 screens. The things you're seeing right now on stream, and the things I can see, like, for example, if I disappear my Discord reactive thing on the preview, I see that it's gone, but you guys can't see it because I haven't made the transition. So instead of on the preview having the tier list, I have a black screen. But on what you guys are seeing, there's the tier list, which I'm technically not capturing.
Okay.
Because it's
This is
hidden.
weird, but we can make it work.
Okay. Fine. I'll take it. I don't know why or how, but we'll run with it. For now.
It's enough for now.
Yeah. And all the scuff started because of Discord, and then because I wanted to put on the model, but then it didn't work. And stuff. I don't get it. I don't know what's happening. Help.
You're the expert here.
Well, apparently
You're
not.
the technical expert here, so I don't know what else to say, honestly.
Okay. Anyway, tier list time.
Yay!
So, for the uninitiated, if you don't read fanfiction, I don't know how to explain this to you. But so let's treat it as books, kind of. You know
But wait, you
what?
haven't introduced yourself.
I haven't introduced myself. Oh, damn. I would be
We
surprised if you
start
don't know
with
who I
the
am at this
technical
point.
problem. It
Hi.
doesn't matter.
Hi. My name is Leah. I'm your resident demi-vampire singer and professional simp, and apparently, I don't know, chaos incarnate, because nothing works anymore on streams. Uh. Anyway, so
Anyway,
and
and I'm Hannah.
yeah. I stopped hearing you for 2 seconds. Please, Discord, don't tell me you stopped working.
Okay, so
Okay, there. I can hear you again.
yeah,
I'm
it's okay.
traumatized now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't know what. I don't know.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so we're
and
uh
I am Hannah,
yes.
Leo's best friend, and we're starting this.
Yes, I was about to say that. So we've been wanting to do this actually for a very long time. Hello Akumi. Welcome. Um we've been wanting to do this for a very long time, but back when we first planned it, it was supposed to be a video, and then that never worked out. So, so we discussed it, and we're like, "Hey, you're streaming now. How about a stream?" Without knowing that it was gonna create this much chaos. Um, but. So yeah, Hannah and I have been best friends for about 9 years. How old are you? 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, 26. Yeah, 9 years. Okay. Wow.
I was 17. Yeah. A long time ago,
We're old.
we were joined by this
Wait.
fandom world.
Wait. Isn't this year our
What?
10th year anniversary then?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, fuck. Damn.
Officially, our friendship is gonna be forever. Thank you. We passed the 7 years.
Well, you're
You're
stuck with
stuck
me.
with me forever.
Can't be a collab if it isn't scuff. Indeed. But this is beyond my usual levels. Um
Indeed.
so yeah, apparently we've been friends for almost 10 years now. Or when is our anniversary?
Yeah.
Isn't it this month or next month?
No, it's around November.
Are you
I
sure?
think so.
Are you sure?
No.
We'll check it
Oh,
on
oh wait.
Facebook later.
Yeah, I remember it's around February, March. I think so.
I think it's around either the end of the
Uh,
month or beginning of March.
yeah, but that's our Facebook friendship. Our friendship started like a
I
few
mean,
months before.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so to preface this, we'll get into the tier list in a sec. Story time.
yeah.
So, we're online friends. Yes, we've met IRL. Albeit like 7 times throughout 10 years. uh, but uh, I count the Facebook anniversary as our friendship anniversary because that's what when I decided that she was trustworthy enough to have in my friend list. back then, and that she wasn't a weird dude that wasn't like in a basement trying to get info out of me and kidnap me.
Yeah, apparently I did something to earn her trust and prove that I wasn't as sus. I am sus, but not that kind. And yeah, basically I earned your trust and you add me on Facebook.
Yes. So that's why we count the Facebook as the actual anniversary, because technically we've known each other for like we knew each other a couple of months prior, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, so that's basically the story.
yee. So
And we were joined by a beautiful fandom that we will discuss that later.
we don't talk about it. At least
We
not
don't
here.
talk about that. So it's nothing wrong. It's just
We're
weird.
we're ashamed of it now, but back then it was our whole world. Anyway, so the point is that um forgot, I my brain lagged it. The point is that we bonded over fandom and fan fictions and all of that. And so we found this little tier list and decided to do it just because. And that's pretty much it.
Exactly. So we have this beautiful tier list.
Imagine trusting people.
And yeah, I know. A while.
Crazy thought. Only crazy people trust other people.
Yeah. But hey, after 9, almost 10 years, I mean,
Yes. So we're gonna be ranking like in fanfiction, just like in books, there are different kinds of tropes, which are, you know, things you see commonly in stories, I guess. So we're gonna be ranking those.
yeah, from our favorite to our least favorite.
Yes.
And there are some interesting stuff here.
So because of that interesting stuff, that's why the title is I'm gonna expose my survival hard with this one, because I just don't talk about that. But I took the liberty to change the names of the sections instead of only having like S A B C D E. Um I put like my personal spin on it. And yeah, so we're gonna be making individual ones. You're not gonna be able to see Hannah's right now, but the goal with this is to like look at the tropes, talk or like our reasons behind why we would put it in a certain place, and then maybe show the final result at the end. So
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
yeah. So let's not start with the first one that appears down there, please. I want to save it for later.
Yeah, let's start with something more
Tame.
light.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, which one do you want to start with?
Okay, let's start with something nice with fluff.
Fluff. Where's Fluff? Okay, there's Fluff.
In the middle, okay.
Fluff. Where would you put Fluff?
I think it's my comfort reading,
Mm-hmm.
not my go-to immediately, but let's say I'll read it.
Okay. Yeah, I put it in I'll read it as well. I like Fluff, but it's not the main thing that I read. So, and you don't like, I don't actively look for it. I just, it kind of always is there. To a degree.
If it happens to be there,
It's a bonus. But I don't actively look for it.
yeah.
Also, when was the last time you read fanfiction? I'm curious about that because you haven't read some in a while, from what I remember.
Last time was last night. Yeah.
Okay, so you picked it up again. I see.
Yeah, I started preparing myself for this
Oh
like a
yeah,
few weeks ago. So I haven't read
perfect.
fan fiction for like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it
Wow.
was like a general break on everything from
Mm,
books. I wasn't reading a lot, so yeah, I
I could
started
never.
with yeah, I started with books like a few months, like 3 months ago. I returned to my usual schedule of reading like 2 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
But fanfics, yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I returned to this strange world.
I guess my doing again. Nice. Yeah, we should actually explain some of these because I forget that there are people who don't know. Um, so yeah, fluff is all everything nice. You know, no angst, no hurt, pure nice feelings. That's fluff.
All the things that bring you joy.
Yes, all happy things, beautiful things. Uh,
It's like the pop. It's like the fanfiction tropes.
the what?
The it's always cute. It's always cute.
Oh
It's
yeah, 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 yeah.
always happy, and yeah,
Okay, so yeah, that's fluff. We put it in our Reddit. It's it's like high up there, but not quite. I do
yeah.
like it a lot, anyways. Which one next?
Okay, you choose.
Um. Okay, major character death.
Okay,
Where would you put it?
I don't know.
Well, in my case, absolutely not. Get it away from me. I I am not reading fiction to suffer. I already have real life for that.
Yeah,
And even then, there's
yeah,
a good kind of suffering, but major character death is forever. So no thanks.
yeah. I think sometimes I use like fan fictions to get away from major characters' death in canon. So yeah, it's an absolutely no.
Wouldn't I know about
Yeah,
that?
for me also.
Wouldn't I know about that?
Yeah,
uh, no.
I don't think we need to explain that.
Yeah, no.
It's
I
pretty
mean,
much
Khan immediately put it in A because he's a sadist apparently, or at least he thinks he's Shadow the Hedgehog.
yeah,
So can't really judge, I guess.
yeah,
Okay, so where would you put it?
absolutely not.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, I think after
Where it
what
should be.
where it should be after watching so many of them die, just no, I don't. No, no thanks.
No, no thanks.
Like it can be interesting in certain like works, and I actually not so long ago read one, uh, because I didn't know it had it. I didn't properly read the tags. Always read your tags. Um, and
Yeah.
so imagine my surprise when I was like almost at the end, and then the one of the main
Oh
characters
no.
died, and I was like, oh wait. But then they fixed it, so it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
So I'm not mad at it, but I forgot. Like I'm more like I didn't know because I forgot to read the tags, and I was there like, no. But why? When? How?
No, please. No, no, please, no.
How else are you supposed to relate to characters? Wait, I'm got lost in the
I,
conversation. Oh yeah, when characters are
like,
aren't all characters depressed to an extent? To an extent,
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, next one.
Let's go with an interesting one. Okay, I have to. Enemies to lovers.
Enemies to lovers. Where is it? 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 I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Uh, uh, yes, absolutely.
This is one of my absolute guilty pleasures here. I love it. I love this. I live for this. So
I
yeah, I think it's in my. I'll absolutely sacrifice hours of sleep for this.
absolutely. For those of you who don't know, uh, it's just like the two main characters are enemies, and maybe they're trying to kill each other or something. And as the story progresses, start falling in love with each other, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
And then they
basically.
probably get married or something. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, like I think most of these depend on execution, but usually enemies to lovers is pretty high tier
Yes.
and not as overused. Surprisingly, I feel.
There are some stories that they're not that good,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just the overuse of the trope that ruins it. But
I feel like it's.
if you know how to handle it,
Mm-hmm.
it's a pretty good.
Yeah, it is really good. But I feel it's more like sometimes people don't really know what enemies to lovers is and they just name it like that.
Yeah, I think it is.
And there's like no friction at the beginning, it's just like very fast and it's a little bit weird. But it's usually pretty
This,
great.
this, this is like we build it over time, not like a slow burn,
Yeah, yeah.
but we build the relationship over time.
Yes. Which would bring me to I think I like this one the most. And where is it? Arranged marriage.
Oh yeah.
Enemies to lover and arranged marriage is like ugh, because they don't know each other
Yes, bring me more.
and they probably hate each other, but because they're forced to live together, they have to start to get knowing each other, and that's when the little things start to come out.
Yeah, most of the times it comes together, so it works.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think I can read it
Mm-hmm.
with that enemies to lovers and arranged marriage,
Uh-huh.
but alone, I don't know. Like I read it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not my
I've read
top.
I've read ones without enemies to lovers and I still like them. Most of them are like royal AUs where it's like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, uh, I don't know. I'm gonna say names. I'll hate him as the king of I don't know this other country, and Kaveh is forced to marry him for some reason. And it's like yes, and they hate each other for a
yes,
little bit
please,
until they get to know each other better.
of course.
And then there are misunderstandings and drama and a little bit of angst, but then fluff.
And then everything works out, and they live happily ever after.
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna say something else,
You're
but I'm gonna
here
save
for
it
the
for the.
happy ending.
Yeah, obviously. I'm not here to read a
Of
sad
course.
ending.
Who wants that? Well, yeah, there are people.
Probably con.
Sometimes
I
I'm
didn't
that
say
people,
anything
but
weird, chat. Come on, it's pretty common for people to read arranged marriage stuff. Leave me alone.
sometimes when you're into fantasy, it works. Like that's the base of
This is why.
royalty everywhere.
This is why it's fiction.
Yeah,
Because it works better in fiction.
that's that's important because there are stuff that in fiction is like, yes, please, I love this because you work with the story. You the emotions work different.
Yes.
But if you bring it to real life, it's like I wouldn't
Eh,
tolerate this in real life.
yeah.
Of course not. But fiction is a way to escape from the end. So
And bring out the
embrace
nicer
it.
things, the nicer things about those things.
Yeah.
Bittersweet endings can be great. Sad endings, no, screw them. I hate Toy Story 4 because of that.
Yeah.
I will die on this hill. Okay. So you put it and I'll read it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one you choose, because I chose arranged marriage.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, it's Royalty AU.
I mean, I just talked about this.
Yeah.
Like these three
Again,
are my perfect combo.
yeah. So
Oh,
we can put it out. So we can
okay, so we can like get it
work
out of the yeah.
the other one. Yeah.
So yeah, like oh, enemy nations that have to come together because they're in dire situations and thus they have to marry each other, but they hate each
Of
other.
course.
And now their two nations are one and they have to work
And
together
everyone is happy.
and get to know each other. And
And
now the land is prosperous and also their love starts to blossom and they no longer want to kill each other. Absolutely.
of
100%.
course.
I'll stay up all night just to read that.
Okay, I put it in. I'll read it.
Uh-huh.
It's not my favorite thing in the world,
Mm-hmm.
but I like it.
Okay.
There are some stories that work with this. So yeah,
So yeah,
for me,
like
I'll read it.
okay. So yeah, for the tiers, because I didn't explain them earlier, I don't know why. Yes, I will sacrifice my sleep schedule for it. Is absolutely I like no questions asked. I'll read it. I'll read it. The orange one. It's like I like it, but it's not my go-to, but I still like it. Depends on execution is pretty self-explanatory. It really depends on the way it's written, whether I like it or not. Meh is whatever. I can read it, but I don't like it or dislike it. Not my thing is I don't hate it, but I don't like it, and absolutely not get it away from me is exactly that.
Yeah, no explanation, just get away.
Yeah. Wait, there is a depends on execution? Yes, it's the middle one. Okay, so you chose the royal one. Unrequited love.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Get it away from me. I don't like one-sided
This is
things.
too personal for me. So not
Expose
my
yourself.
thing. What?
Expose yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna expose myself. You're not the only one here. Yeah, pretty much of my love life, it's like that. So I don't need to see my real life on fan fictions. I'm escaping from it. Thank you very much.
Okay.
But there are stories that work that you can make it work. And and you need a little bit of that at the beginning sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'll get away for it like immediately,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not my thing. It's not my thing.
No, I put it in absolutely not get it away from me because I'm reading fanfiction for my ships. The two people that I want to get together. So if I'm
Yeah.
reading one about one of them being in love with the other, but the other one is like not, why am I reading that? Why would I read that?
Yeah.
No.
I think this depends on why you read fan fictions because sometimes it's like I need more of this story.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
There are sometimes when
yeah, yeah.
you want that ship to work
Mm-hmm.
and you look exactly for that.
Yes.
And there are some times when you just, let's say that the authors can ruin their stories
Oh
sometimes,
yeah, we know about that.
and you want to correct that. So that those are the main reasons you go for fan fictions, I think.
Yeah, but it just I mean, I mean, yeah, absolutely. It depends on why you read fanfiction, which is why, like, Unrecruited Love, I, you know me, most of my ships are not canon,
Yeah.
and probably will never be. Um,
Or they have a tragic,
or they have a tragic
really tragic.
backstory, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, one of them died in the original series, or the other one is kind of dying, but not really, and the other one turned into a maniac and a clown version of his
Or
original
just
self.
disappeared.
You know, or just it I happen to ship them and the authors never really acknowledged them as something or anything or hinted it. So I gotta take what I can, and so yeah, no, Unrecruited Love is a no.
No, please no.
Absolutely not. Okay, which one do you want to do next?
Hmm. Let's see. One that I really, 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 really hate
Straight out of the bat.
miscommunication.
Oh.
Miscommunication.
Oh. Okay, wait a second.
I
Let's
I can't with it.
Confuse says, let's say I, hypothetically, wanted to get into fanfiction. Where would I start out and where can I read more? Oh boy!
Well,
So, fanfiction, you start, at least like in our experience, you usually start reading fanfiction when you're already a fan of a certain thing. Like, for example, me right now, I am obsessed with Genshin Impact. And I
yeah.
have my favorite characters. It doesn't necessarily have to be about shipping. It's just my main thing. Um, it's just my main thing. But you can find like a variety of different stories that don't have ships. If you want to read that, it really depends on what you like and the reason why you want to read more. But basically, fanfiction exists to expand the universe of the fandom you want to read about. So there are the most popular ones, I think. There are three different sites. One of them, the most popular right now, is Archive of Our Own, or AO3. And
Yeah.
it's actually like, how do you say it? Like, it has a lot of categories where you can find whichever fandom you want to read about. And uh, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, there's a lot of things you need to know. Like tropes and tags. Because, okay, we're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah.
So, at least in Archive of Our Own, I don't know, I don't remember about the others right now, but in AO3, um, each work of fiction has tags in it that tell you like a little bit about the contents, about the type of things it has in it. So you can, before you click on it, you can decide whether you want to read it or not.
Yeah, I think fanfiction also has that.
Yeah. Okay.
What part? I remember fanfiction.
Kinda,
Yeah,
but
it has that.
not really. Um, but yeah, AO3 might look intimidating, but it's actually very well organized. So, personally, I think it's a good place to start there. And then if you later on get into ships and that's your cup of tea, maybe it also has like different sections for that. So you can find only works of fiction of that thing you're looking for. But if you're looking for like general, you can just go to the name of the fandom and you will find whatever it's under that category. Yeah, I know it's already been an hour, but technically it hasn't because guess what? We were like having technical difficulties for like half an hour. Anyway, that's
It
AO3.
doesn't count.
It doesn't count. That's AO3, which is like the most popular right now and the better one, in my opinion. My not so humble opinion. The other site that I know is fanfiction.net, which, as the name implies, only has fanfiction, and it works pretty similar to AO3. It's a little bit different, like the how to navigate it, but it works pretty much the same. I just use AO3 more because it has stories that interest me more than the ones that I used to find in fanfiction.net.
Yeah, and I think sometimes AO3 has more like underground stuff,
Yeah,
like no, not so common.
yeah, it
So
has
I
like
don't know why.
a bigger variety of like fandoms that fanfiction.net doesn't for some reason. But yeah, um, the one that Khan mentioned, which is Wattpad,
And there's Wattpad.
it's a hell site. I used to
Stop.
read on Wattpad like how long ago? 10, 8 years
I don't know.
ago? I didn't stay there for long, I'm gonna be honest. And that's because it's better to experience it when you're like a middle school teenager around 12, 13, and you
Yeah.
don't know better. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the content in Wattpad is very toxic. And
It's written by teenagers,
yeah, it's
basically.
just a site full of teenagers, horny teenagers. Um,
Like, I mean, I was a teenager there, so
Same, but still, it's and a lot of the things in there are also not very well written. Like, it's not like fan fiction is written by professionals. Like, we're all just
yeah.
people on the internet who want to expand on our favorite things and write something and put it out there. But it was pretty bad, at least back when I was in there. And now Wattpad is like a publisher house for books
Yeah.
as well.
You know what's the thing with Wattpad? It's that you can add like a bunch of stuff, like images and chapters with two words in it,
Mm-hmm.
and it works different.
Yeah.
Let's just say that you can publish yourself in anyone, but Wattpad has these things like, I don't know, a book full of advices of any kind, and you're like, yeah, I'm not here for this.
Yeah, so
And then
uh-huh.
at some point, people start to wrote their own stories, not just fan fiction. And Wattpad became like a publish house. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like okay, so the cool thing about Wattpad back then, like Hannah said, was that like gave you more liberty to post whatever you wanted, story-wise. Like it used to be more for fan fiction and all of that, but also people could create their own like books, quote unquote. And I say quote unquote because back then they weren't really books. Um, it was just
Yeah,
you create your own original story about whatever and post it there and make your cover and a lot of actually I read a lot of original stories that were pretty good back then. um but then like you could also find things like, oh, quotes from characters of this series, or crack fix, which I think it's in here somewhere. But it's basically like comedy skits with fictional characters. You could also attach videos to your chapters in there. You used to be able to create like colorful quotes, like you would highlight the quotes that you liked and make it a PNG, and under it would say Wattpad.
yeah.
It was pretty cool on that side. But then after happened, and if you don't know what after is, or at least on this side um of the pond, it was pretty popular. It was basically
Yeah,
a
you're fine if you don't know what that is.
um it was basically a self-insert fan fiction about Harry Styles that got extremely popular, but it was extremely toxic as well. And because it was extremely popular, I don't know why, or nor how, uh, they made it into a series of 5 books, 5 actual books, and then recently the movies. And
It
after
was popular.
it was very popular, but then after that, Wattpad started like to be like slowly become more of a publisher house, and now they publish books as well, and you can make your own book and sell it for Wattpad coins or something like that. And with Wattpad coins, you can do other things. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, there are movies of that.
Yeah, it's a different platform right now.
Yeah, it's
It's not just for fan fiction, and you can find really good fanfics there. And I actually have read a really good stories there, but it's not. If you want to, that's the whole point. If you want to look for fan fiction, don't go into Wattpad.
yeah, it's not the best place anymore for that. When was this? Like 2015, 2016? Yeah, I think it was
I
around
think,
that time.
yeah,
And the movies, I don't remember. I don't know when they came out, but I think last year they um the last movie premiered somewhere. I'd never watched them. I never read after. It just not my
it from 2014,
yeah,
no, 13.
13.
Yeah,
Goddamn. Well, the books are from back
13,
then.
14, then
Actually,
52 books.
you
Wow.
know, a great example, 50 Shades of Grey and
Yeah,
Shadowhunters. 50 Shades of Grey was just Twilight fanfiction that then the author, I don't know how, managed to pitch to a publisher with, of course, different names and a little bit of a different story. And then, boom, 3 books. Because trilogies were popular back then. And I think Shadowhunters wasn't originally a fanfiction, but the author started writing with fanfiction. So that's a good example. I don't know. I haven't read the books,
Yeah.
but she has more than
Actually, a lot of popular books started
as
as
fanfiction.
fanfiction,
Yeah.
or at least the authors
Mhm.
were fanfic writers.
Mhm. Um.
So yeah, after this little
Fun fact: there.
parentheses,
Okay, so there are other places where you can also find like fanfictions, but they're not they're the main purpose of those sites isn't for you to write fanfiction. Like Tumblr, uh, Sir, believe it or not, DeviantArt. That's where I started reading fanfiction in DeviantArt.
yeah,
Um,
some groups on Facebook also.
yeah, some groups on Facebook that also have like fanfictions. I mean, the group is created solely for people to share fanfiction amongst each other. Even on Twitter, like people make threads about like they're not as long as maybe a normal fanfiction would be, but they create different scenarios and post them on their accounts. So yeah, you can find
Yeah, you
fanfiction
can find
in a
them.
lot of places, even on Quora. If you don't know what that is, you're better off not knowing.
I don't know what that is.
It's just like a questions forum, kind of like what Yahoo used to be, but it's not as known. But
Okay.
people post fanfiction there as well for some reason.
Well,
So there's a lot of places where you can start, but if you want an exclusively dedicated place for that, AO3 or fanfiction.net works.
yeah, that's the go-to.
Yep. Anyway, after this lesson on fanfiction, where did we left off? We were talking about unrequited love, and then after that, I don't remember. Did I
Then
choose that?
I choose
Oh
miscommunication.
yeah, miscommunication. Mm,
And for me, it's an absolute no. No.
I okay. Here's thanks a lot. This is exactly what I was looking for. No problem. You're welcome. um, I usually hate it, but it also depends on execution sometimes. But when it depends on execution, it's not a big part of like the whole plot.
Yeah, I think it's more like a thing for a scene or for something like small.
Yeah,
But if you make it like the whole trope, it's just exhausting.
yeah, like a small plot device works, but if it's the main
Yeah,
plot device, not my thing. I can read it, but I don't like it.
yeah, it's more like that.
Yeah. So I assume you put it in absolutely not, get it away from me.
Yeah.
Okay. Love triangles.
Ooh.
Mm, I'm
Okay.
between not my thing and absolutely not getting away from me.
Really?
Yep.
Well, yeah, yeah, of course.
Here's the thing. It's not so much about why I read my fanfictions, it's more about the trope got so overused, not only in fanfiction but in media in general, that I just got sick of it. And it doesn't work on me anymore.
Yeah.
Do you want an example? Miraculous Ladybug!
No,
Where
please,
it
no.
never worked. And it still doesn't work.
There's those are like love hexagons.
Yeah, like the love hexagon didn't. No, stop, please. Even the love
Yeah.
square doesn't work for me anymore.
No.
No.
I think for me it's meh.
Meh.
Like I could read it if it's there. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in a neutral zone. I don't hate it, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't love it. So meh
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Okay. Leo, you said you love that show. Here's the thing, Con. Things happen between that statement and present, Leo, and Hannah knows this. I am done with the protagonist of that show. I cannot stand her anymore. And I suffer every time I watch now, but I've already invested like 6 years of my life in that.
We are like a completionist, and we need to finish that. But there are some points where
Where
damn,
we want to die when we're watching.
we're done. I agree.
Mentally, we're out, but we stay because I don't know. It serves for bonding, I guess. Trauma bonding.
I I think that sometimes it's more like a hate watch.
Yeah. I mean, recently
It
it has
works for
become
us.
that. Like, okay, so Hannah and I have these meetings every once in a while, uh, virtual, mind you, where we sit together to watch or catch up to shows. So I dragged her into Miraculous Ladybug back when I was in love with it and made her fall in love with it as well and also love my ship because, of course. And
Yeah,
so
of course.
I was trying to get her to catch up on season 4 the other day.
And
And
well,
I
that
I
didn't work out.
remembered I remembered season 4 fondly. I I remember thinking it was the best season so far. And then I rewatched it with her and I died a little inside. And I said, "Why did I like this?"
I even remember the reactions you sent me when you were watching it. And I was like, I have to watch it because you look like something huge just happened and I need to know what. And and then I watch it.
and
And
and we still haven't caught up with season 5.
yes.
So, when we were trying to catch up on that, I started watching season 5 and got up to like almost halfway through and I was just done.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm gonna finish it because I have to at this point. Sunk cost fallacy, yeah. Um, but I don't like it anymore. And the best characters
We just pretend that
don't
it
deserve to
happened.
be there. Luca Campaign deserves so much better, and I will die on this hill. Anyway, love
Yes.
triangle. Not my thing. I don't completely hate it, but I'd rather not read it, honestly.
Yeah, because sometimes they just use it for the trope.
Yeah, it's just to cause
Like,
unnecessary drama, really.
yeah,
Because it's not so much that the
you have,
protagonist is like actually interested in both of them. It's more like one of them
yeah,
imposing themselves onto the protagonist and then confusing the protagonist, but it's very clear that the protagonist wants to be with the other person but doesn't know how to say no to the one that's imposing on them.
yeah, and you have like this unhappy of people they just want to get over with, and
Yeah.
it doesn't work
Mhm.
most of the time.
Mhm. Mhm. Bye, confused. Have a restful sleep. I think it's pretty late for you. Sorry.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, at night. I think it's like 2 or 3 a.m. for them.
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, where were we? I chose Love Triangle. You choose the next one.
Yeah, let's see. Hmm, I don't know. This is okay. Let's go with fake relationship.
Oh, fake relationship. Where is it? Hold on. I don't see it. I'm blind.
That's an interesting one.
Okay, here it is. I'll read it. It's kind of like my enemies to lovers, but not as good.
Yeah,
Or not as
for me,
spicy. It
it
lacks
depends on
spice.
execution.
Yeah, that too. For me, because usually I'll read it within the context of my ships, I'll read it.
Yeah,
But it usually tends to be a slow burn, so that's why it's not my go to.
yeah, it happens.
Hmm. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. for them, yeah. Pretty late. I went to sleep at that time last night, surprisingly. I don't recognize myself anymore. I mean, that
Yeah,
used to be
we know how that feels.
that used to be my usual bedtime, but then I don't know, something happened and everything shifted. We don't talk about that. Okay, next one. Mm, In Vino Veritas, Drunken Confession.
Hmm. Okay, I don't know.
Mm, I'm between Depends on Execution and I'll read it. it
Yeah,
because it's the way it's usually executed is that they get or one of them gets drunk, confesses to the other, and then the other decides to not talk about it.
yeah, nothing happened
Yeah,
here.
it's like a vicious circle
Yeah,
cuz the other one thinks that they don't know that they like them, but in fact they already know, but they won't talk about it because, they don't want to take advantage of that. And then we get miscommunication.
that's my problem with that.
But sometimes it's a good slight pinch of angst.
Yeah, and it works with a lot of tropes together. So
Mm-hmm. It's like better
I
combined.
think, yeah, it depends on execution for me.
Yeah, it depends on execution, I would say, as well. Okay, next.
Hmm. Okay, heart comfort.
Um, yes, I will sacrifice my sleep schedule for it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
same.
Yeah, this is the good angst where everything falls apart at the beginning, but then it gets fixed.
Yeah, sometimes we need that angst in our lives to feel better because we know everything's gonna work out at the end.
Yeah. It's like I need to suffer and cry and to be able to enjoy the eventual happy ending all the more
Yeah,
and be like, "Yes, they surpassed every obstacle.
and they're together.
No one died or they were brought back to life."
Yeah,
Something.
yeah, that's the point. No one has to die. It's just like there's some stuff going on and they suffer,
I mean,
but
some side
everything
character can
is
die
good.
and they can suffer for it, but I don't care about that side character. I care about the main characters.
Exactly. That's the point.
Yes, that's the good stuff. um
That could keep me awake until 4 a.m. Yes, of course.
Especially if it's a multi-chapter fic.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Usually hurt comfort comes like multi-chapter. It doesn't work that well on a one shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hate being being brought back to life trope. Connor, I think you just hate life. I think you just hate life and are trying to project it onto reality and fiction. You know? Just a thought. I mean, sometimes it's like,
Right.
okay, hear me out. When I'm talking more about like fan fiction and my interests, like in characters. If it's on a random movie, then yeah, usually it doesn't work out. Usually it's like very
The
cheesy.
magic. In fan fiction, you can do anything.
Absolutely. That's the whole
We
point.
we haven't got there yet, but crossover it crossover it's a good option
Yeah.
for that. A good example. Like anything could happen. You want I don't know, for example, Ladybug to be a space cowboy, she can be a space cowboy.
I mean, she technically kinda is in the show, but that doesn't matter. That's not the point.
Yeah,
Um, Also just lazy writing. Yeah, it's usually lazy writing, but in this scenario, it's to avoid the angst. Like if we're talking about like that one fan fiction that I mentioned where I didn't read the tags and it had a major character death and I was very sad about it and upset. If that didn't have like the oh yeah, someone else sacrifices themselves so that character can come back to life, I would hate it. But if Elemental had that, I would have loved it. But the moment the dude evaporated in the movie, and they were all very sad because he apparently died, I was like, Pixar's not gonna do that. They could never. Because they're not brave enough. Because poor kids are gonna be traumatized. My god. But if they had actually done it, I would have been okay with it.
obviously.
And like on Attack on Titan, if they had even if they had killed everyone, I would have been fine with that. I thought that was a better ending, but no.
The eternal Attack on Titan, the eternal finals.
Yeah, the eternal cycle. Woo! It's a good ending, but I would have preferred if everyone died instead.
Yeah, well, I don't know anymore because
Yeah,
you didn't drag me
I haven't
into that
I
at
haven't
an appropriate time.
I haven't dragged you into that. yet.
No.
But I will. Don't you worry about that.
Someday, maybe.
Someday. I mean, we still have uh Oshinoko pending. We were supposed to watch that on my birthday last year, and then we didn't.
Oh, yeah. That's
And then we watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
yeah. She basically dragged me into watch all of Marvel
Oh yeah.
in 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, most of it in 2 weeks. Technically, it took us a whole month with the series and all of that, and then me being away.
But yeah, I'm used to this.
Yeah. Hannah is the one. Like, remember when we were watching Hasbin Hotel in on Discord on the Discord watch along, and Charlie goes, "Holy shit, Baggy, come here!" And I said, "That's me with Hannah. That's me with Hannah."
Yeah,
But in a friendship
that's the
way.
perfect example. Of course,
To clarify, in a friendship way.
we have to specify.
You had to
We're like sisters, so that would
exactly.
be weird.
Yes. Anyway, uh, which one? I mean, you chose fake. No, which one did you choose? Fake relationship?
Hurt comfort.
Hurt comfort. I don't know where I live anymore. Um, I want to try to get out of the way like some of the ones that are like meh. So unhappy
Okay.
ending. Absolutely not. Get it away from me.
Where is it? Where is it? Wait.
Almost at the end.
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course.
Also, to be fair, I have read fanfiction in years.
Get it away from me.
Mainly going off shows, movies, and books. I mean, that's pretty much what it's about. Oh, you haven't read fanfiction in years. Well, now might be a good time to get back into the habit. I read fanfiction every day. It's my fuel at this point. And I have done so
What is good?
for the past
What is sleep?
12 years. Shut up. Unhappy ending is not your ass. You're just being contradictory for on purpose. I don't believe you. Anyway, unhappy ending. Absolutely not. Get it away from me. I don't read fanfiction for that. I already have the original
No.
series or movie for that.
Yes.
Same with you?
They make us suffer.
A lot.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Mm, another one that we can just move on. Crackfic.
Crackfic. I used to read these ones a lot back in the day on Wattpad.
Yeah.
And back then,
But
I loved
I don't
them.
know.
But I think it's either not my thing, because it was a format that only really worked there,
Yeah, that's the point.
or depends on execution, because there were also some very bad ones.
Yeah, well, for me, it's like a meh. I don't like. I never enjoy them on Wattpad,
Mm-hmm.
and I read a lot of Wattpad and crazy stuff. But I don't know. It's not the main reason I go to fanfics for.
Mm-hmm.
So for
What
me,
is
it's like
this?
meh.
So a crackfic is basically like a comedy fanfiction. Like The characters in very weird, unusual situations, usually very out of character. Um,
Even absurd
and
situations.
very absurd situations. The type of things that I used to read in like Wattpad, it doesn't have to be that, but it was what I mostly read back then when it came to crackfic. Was like, oh, the Avengers have a WhatsApp chat group, and they say silly things in it, and they get up to shenanigans. You know, that kind of
I
thing.
can picture that.
Or Facebook groups and things like that. Crackfic is more like that, like putting them in very bizarre situations that are supposed to be funny. But it really depends on it. Like I don't remember reading any crack fics that outside that sphere recently. Usually the ones that I found are weird in other ways.
Yeah.
It really depends on who's writing it, honestly. So I'll
So it
say
depends for you.
mm, I don't know. I think I like it better when it's like Tumblr threads, you know? Where it's like
Yeah, it depends on the format.
incorrect quotes, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But in fanfic, I, not my thing. Yeah, I would say in fanfiction, not my thing. If it's just like a small thread on Tumblr, then yeah, I like it
Yeah.
sometimes. But as a story, mm, Soulmate AU.
Hmm. Ah. Ah. We're thinking a lot about this.
It's just that it's usually not my thing.
I think it depends on the
It
execution for me.
really depends on execution, but I don't like with these. I'm trying to like think of fics that I've read that I might have liked, but I don't remember a single Soulmate AU that I actually liked. It's more like
No,
meh or not my thing.
I just have like a couple that I can remember, and
Mhm.
they were fine-ish,
Mhm.
but one it was horribly written, and it was like it doesn't work like this.
It's
Get
just
me out of
that
here. I didn't even finish it.
inside like the Soulmate AU trope, there's also a lot of different tropes. That's
Yeah,
what ruined stars. Star versus the forces of evil. I never watched that. I just watched the whole fandom sink after the ending.
yeah. I don't want to talk about that.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah,
Um
it's an option.
I don't remember liking any of those because again, inside like Soulmate AU, there's also a lot of soulmate tropes. There are different ways for the soulmate thing to happen.
Yeah,
Like
that's why it depends for me.
oh, the string of fate, which is like the better one, or tattoos, matching tattoos that suddenly appear, or the timer, which I don't remember how it works, but there's a timer on your hand now. Um, the I feel the pain they feel, and it's usually I. even then I put it in meh, and I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it there for now, and maybe I'll change it later. But it's just not soulmate. Nah, not really my cup of tea, I guess. It's just
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, you go next.
Okay, let's see. Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, crossover.
Crossover depends on execution.
I have some, yeah, I have some interesting memories from that, but I
Oh,
think it depends.
oh yeah.
I remember a Toy Story Law. What it was?
Uh,
Toy Story The Big Bang Theory crossover.
what? A what now?
Yeah, it, it was wild.
And the
Like apparently,
craziest crossover I wanted was Jack Frost with Elsa back then.
yeah, that's pretty much canon right now.
I mean, not really, but people like to believe it is. I'm past that. Oh, you know what was the
It's
biggest
canon.
crossover of all time? The Super Six. If you don't know what that is,
Oh yeah.
if you guys don't
Oh
know
yeah,
what that
that's a
is,
whole
you probably lived a
yeah.
better life. But it
You
was basically a
you were
crow.
under a rock
I
or too
mean,
young.
you were either too young, you were nowhere near social media nor fandoms, or I don't know what you were doing, but probably lived a better life regardless. Um, but it was basically this massive fandom wide crossover of Tangled, Frozen, How to Train Your Dragon, Brave, and The Rise of the Guardians.
What a beautiful time, yeah.
Where the team would
It sounds
face
crazy.
against, I don't know, a lot of different characters, but the gang consisted of Jack Frost, Rapunzel, Elsa, Anna, Hiccup, and Merida. And depending on if you liked a certain ship or not, maybe Eugene was there as well. Hannah was talking about a Toy Story and the Big Bang Theory crossover.
Yeah, the craziest crossover
Yeah, that
I've
one.
read was yeah.
I think I haven't read many crossovers in fanfiction. It's more about series, kind of, but not really.
Really?
I mean, at least
For
I
a
don't
moment, I
remember. I
thought,
mean, technically, technically, that one series we don't talk about um
oh yeah.
is a whole crossover. But in fanfiction, aside from like the whole Jack Frost Elsa thing and the Super Six, I don't really remember many crossovers.
Really? For a moment, it was the only thing that came out for me on Fanfiction.net.
Hmm. I just don't remember, honestly. But I don't think I read that many even then. The biggest crossover is in my head, but in fanfiction? I don't think so. Hmm. I would have died of alcohol poisoning if I
Yeah.
was there. No one was drinking. We were all minors, Con. That was the problem. No one was on anything. It just happened. And you know what? I was a big part of that
Yeah.
as well. I love Super Six for some weird reason that I still don't understand. And the ship wars between, I don't remember how the ships are supposed to be pronounced, but Jack Frost with Rapunzel or Jack Frost with Elsa was wild.
Yeah, it depends actually on what were your ships.
Yeah, kind of.
'Cause you, you can basically ship anyone
You know,
between them, and yeah, it was weird.
yeah. I mean,
The characters were so cool.
I mean, you say that, but in reality, the whole thing was about shipping in that. That's why sometimes Eugene will be part of the gang and sometimes he wouldn't because the narrative gods did not allow it. He was not important.
No, of course not. Who?
Mm, you know what? The biggest crossover, I guess, I remember kind of wasn't the Super Six fanfiction, but because of the whole thing about supposedly Rapunzel and Elsa and Anna being cousins, according to Jennifer Lee. Uh, sometimes like Rapunzel will be featured alongside Eugene in some Frozen fanfictions. So
Yeah.
maybe that, but yeah, it really. I think it's more like depends on execution and also what time of your life are you in. Because nowadays, I don't think I would really read crossovers.
Yeah, honestly, I read them for the experience. There was some things like this is just weird.
You have
Let's
just
see how they
awoken a
did
strange
it.
memory in my head. We're bringing back the ghosts of
Yes.
our past.
That was the whole point of this.
The things you wish you'd left forgotten. But oh boy.
You
Yeah, I mean,
can never.
you can never forget them. I mean, yeah, I think the most recent kind of. I didn't really. Oh no, I did read a fan fiction, just one about that. Was the whole thing with like Tangle the series and Frozen, like Elsa and Cassandra.
Oh yeah.
I read one of those and decided it wasn't for me, but it was cool for a moment.
For the
For the
experience.
experience, yes, exactly. I mean, they're two of my favorite characters of all time, but I wouldn't really see them together. I would rather them be best friends. Thank
Yeah.
you very much. Um, but yeah. Anyway, crossover. I guess instead of depends on execution, I would put it on not my thing anymore. Really,
Yeah.
like in general, it does depend. But for me, I wouldn't really. I mean, I'm not looking for a I, Genshin Impact X new carnival fanfiction, you know. I'm not
Yeah.
interested in that, even though it would be cool
That
if Edmund and Nubilet shared stories sometime, maybe.
okay. So what's next?
Um, Magic AU? I would say
Okay.
meh. Because most of the things that like I'm gonna mention Genshin a lot because it's what I've been reading the most about recently. But in general, like most of the fandoms I read about are already in a magical setting.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So it's not like I'm looking for an alternative version of that. So,
There's a lot of magic already, so
so it's more like meh because I'm not, it's not something that I'm worried about.
Yeah,
when I'm looking for fiction.
yeah. For me, it's also a meh.
Okay. Which other one?
Okay, let's see. High school AU.
High school AU. Meh.
Not nothing.
It's really not. Some are good, some are not, but like the same as Magic AU. I'm not really actively looking for that, nor am I like trying to get away from it. So I was just like,
Oh wait, I remember a fic that I read. It was high school AU. Now that I remember,
I think
and
I
it was pretty awesome.
was it about the series we don't talk about.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I know exactly which one you're referring to.
Just a memory, but that's the exception
Yeah,
to
it's
the
really
rule.
like one in a million.
Yeah, yeah, not my thing.
Yeah, I say mess just because I don't really care, but I wouldn't necessarily like. It's not. Also, it's not a very common trope in my scope of the things that I read. Usually, when they make like modern settings AUs, they're already working because they're all
Yeah,
adults.
like full grown.
Yeah. So, and they don't like do the whole like, oh, regression of age. I mean, I already watched My Hero Academia. They're all in high school. Why would I need to read high school AUs?
Yeah, exactly.
Um on that note, college AU depends on execution.
Hmm.
Or maybe I'll read it. They're usually better because they don't have this whole teenage drama anymore. But there's still a little bit of immaturity and drama, but not as heightened, I guess, compared to high school.
Yeah, high school, we're still teenagers doing crazy stuff and something that will haunt us for the rest of our
And
lives.
hormonal.
Yeah. And college, it's more like we are young adults,
And
kinda.
and we're not very mature just yet, but we're more mature than we used to be.
Yeah.
And we're having a fun time.
And there are some things that will haunt us, of course, but not
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, depends.
Depends on
Depends for me.
execution. I usually like them, but it really depends. Okay, next one.
Hmm. Oh, this is a good one.
Oh no.
Fix it, Fig.
Oh, fix it. Absolutely, I'll read it.
Yeah,
It's not the main thing I'm looking
I
for
read it.
because, on the best case scenario, I don't need to look for that.
Yeah, but
But I'll read it.
yeah.
I'd rather not have to read it, but I'll read it.
Okay, just to clarify, it's like basically the name. Something horrible happened on the main story, and you don't want that in your head anymore, and you have to fix it. So you go to fanfics.
So fanfiction fixes it. Like,
Like your favorite character just died, or your ship was separated, or uh, it works when they cancel the series.
yeah, pretty much.
That was a huge one for me. There was this this show that it ended. I hate it on a cliffhanger, and they cancel it.
Which one was it?
I don't know if you know it. It's like police stuff. It's called Rosewood, something like that.
I think you mentioned it once.
Yeah, I probably you probably listened to my rant that
I
time.
remember there was a time where you watched a bunch of series and you complained about one of them being cancelled.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and it was about a police and a doctor, and they work together to solve crimes in Miami. And
Oh,
they have this beautiful chemistry. Like the actors have this beautiful chemistry, and the characters were beautiful. And then all of a sudden they cancel it. And at the end, it was like, but they stay together or not. And
you will
yeah,
never know.
I'll never know. And there wasn't any fanfics about it, so
Oh, well, damn.
that's a good
Only in your
option.
head, I
Yeah,
guess.
all in my mind, I made a fix thing when they ended up together. And now every time that I listen "Stay" by Rihanna, I cry, and I remember those days.
And so, yeah, fix it fix are just to fix things that happened in canon and you don't want them.
Yeah, that's
So,
basically.
yeah. I don't think I read many of those, at least recently. I don't remember. Because there's nothing to fix to begin with just yet. Because there's nothing there
You're
in the
lucky.
canon. Well, no, there is implications that there's something there, but it's not confirmed.
Oh no.
So we do what we can with what we have.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but we'll definitely read it.
yep. I'm trying not to. I'm like, I know about some of these, but I'm like trying to leave them for last on purpose. Historical AU. I don't think I've ever read one with
Okay.
that. Unless it's like
Me
changing
neither.
to a historical setting, but even then, not really.
I don't remember actually.
I would even I'm trying to think of something that might work. Like I don't know. What's that? Yeah, that's a thing. Like I don't think I've read. I don't think I've seen a whole lot of it. I don't think I've ever read one, but I wouldn't
No.
know what vibes to get from it. The only thing that comes to my head is maybe kind of a Sherlock, not crossover, but AU,
Maybe?
where you replace
I
the
don't know.
characters with the characters on that period of time. It could like also work as
Yes.
a royalty AU if you put it like in the proper setting, but I wouldn't really
Yeah, but you
know.
have to like make I don't know if it's just like put them in another time or compare it to a fictional or real character from
I don't know, that's the thing.
a period.
Huh. Because I know people make fictional stories that are not necessarily fan fiction about fiction about like actual historical figures,
Yeah.
like that one dating sim that I played, but in a lot of animes, but
Yeah.
we don't talk about Napoleon, okay?
No.
but
No, 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 no.
but I don't know where would I put this. I think it's meant to be an alternate story. If it were like an alternate story, like them in the place, or like them in like the historical setting, maybe. But if they're the characters, it doesn't really work because you're already reading for the other characters.
Yeah.
So I think it's more about like them being in a historical setting. Yeah, there's a lot of
like
history animes.
the
There's even one about
1700.
different composers being magical dudes or something. Don't ask.
Oh, you like Benjamin Franklin being, I don't know, some. I don't know. I don't have an example for that.
No, I was answering like Khan about like the history animes. It's not really about like
Oh, yeah.
proper history, but it's more about putting the historical characters in funny little situations. Or like there's one about different like composers. I remember one about that had Beethoven being kind of a magical dude, but not really. It was weird. Um and there are others that put some questionable historical figures as heroes, which is pretty weird. And yeah, there's a bunch of those. You should check that area. But anyway, historically, if it's them like being in like, I don't know, the 1700s, like you were saying, then maybe. Or I'm not sure.
Oh, I'll put it in no, because I don't know if I'll read it, but if I found
I'm very
someone,
conflicted
I
with this
guess.
information. But if you found what?
Then if I found someone who actually writes them correctly, and I don't know, history is
It's a very
it's
odd.
complicated.
Yeah. I would say
I like it and I enjoy it, but you have to be like really accurate to make it work.
it depends on execution in my case. I haven't really read. Does Hamilton count under this? Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Wait.
kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
it's basically history fan fiction.
Depends on execution.
Depends on execution, I
Yeah,
would say.
for sure.
Yeah, like I haven't really seen it as fan fiction, but in other
If
media,
you make it a musical,
like Henry the what the fifth, uh, and his six wives, and the Russian Revolution, and Hamilton, and which other one is
yeah.
there? There's a couple of them as well, other than Hamilton. But yeah, I guess it depends on execution. There.
Depends. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Who chose that one? You or me? I don't remember anymore. I think your mic cut because I didn't hear you.
What?
I think your mic cut for a sec there because I didn't hear you. Um. Did you choose that one?
No, you did it.
Okay, then choose.
I said exit, then you historical. Oh, here's a good one, and I have really good memories about this.
Oh boy.
Sharing a bed.
Oh my god, I yes. Depends, but not an execution. More like the
Depends.
situation and where it leads to. I'll read
Yeah,
it, but it's not necessarily my go to. It's usually just a little extra on the thing that I'm already reading.
yeah, exactly.
But it leads to good things sometimes. Some other times, not so much. Sometimes it can
Okay,
also be used as miscommunication, but
yeah,
whatever.
it's a good trope. I'll read it. Like
I'll read it, yeah,
I
but
have really good memories about this.
wasn't that Eileen's whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was her main thing. If you don't know who we're talking about,
I
it's a friend in common we have.
the one who started all.
Yeah, she started
Yeah,
everything.
this was her stuff, and
I mean, it's
she put this idea in my mind. Yeah.
it's good, but it's not my go-to. Mm,
Yeah, it's not my go-to, but if I found it, I'll read it. So yeah,
yeah, Fairy Tale
it's a
AU.
good one.
I think it's the same as Magic AU. Usually, my stuff is already in a fairy tale-ish setting.
Yeah, we watch a lot of fantasy, to be honest.
Yeah, we do watch a lot of fantasy. Well, damn.
Hmm.
Hmm,
Well,
something to analyze later.
something you want to share with the class?
Not at all. Um, it's the only one that I remember recently that is not like a fairy tale. It's Ladybug because it's supposed to be in like actual Paris, even though it has like magic thing in it.
Yeah. Well, I watch a lot of police TV and another shows that doesn't involve fantasy,
Yeah.
but I don't see them in a fairy tale world.
I
So
mean,
it's not
would you
like
can you
a
imagine
huge thing for me.
what was her name? Rosa? In a
Oh no,
fairy
please
tale
no.
you?
She'd definitely be a knight.
I mean, yeah, but she would hate it there, I feel.
Absolutely.
So, I
Yeah,
wouldn't really see her in that.
I can imagine it. Like, for example, this is from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I don't know. They are like so in reality for me that I can see them as fairy tale characters or in a magic AU. So
Hmm.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like kind of odd.
I have no fantasy shows for that.
Like I can see my fantasy characters in modern settings, but not the other way around. And the problem also is that I don't
Yeah.
have many in modern settings to imagine them in others. You guys watch fantasy, I watch history. We are not the same.
Well,
I consume my fictional
there's so
media for a reason.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, fairy tale stays in the meh zone.
Yeah. Okay, which one next? This is taking way longer than I thought
Hmm.
it would take.
Yeah,
And we have something else.
we're leaving the good ones for the end.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Someone just to get rid of it. Genfic.
I'll read it. It usually only has fluff and
Yeah.
domestic things. So I like it, but again, it's not like my go to. I have to be like in a very particular mood for me to go to a genfic. For those of you who
Yeah.
don't know, genfic it's a general fanfiction. What is a general fanfiction, you ask? Well, fanfictions have ratings. General fanfiction is something that anyone can read because it doesn't have any weird stuff in it. That's why it's green.
Like family friendly,
Yeah, it's
let's
family
say.
friendly fanfiction. Uh, Others are usually categorized as
Like,
like teenager or mature or explicit, not necessarily for the things you might imagine, but it might be because they have heavy subjects or very gross imagery and things like that, or the other things that you imagine, which is why they are rated differently.
yeah. And sometimes you can just look for the rated you want it. So,
Yes. So general fanfiction is just it's not necessarily all good things in the world, but it's just something that everyone can read regardless of the genre.
it's like an A-rated movie, let's say.
Yeah. Or I guess for you guys it would be like a G
G, yeah. G-rated.
G or PG. Well, PG is more like the T one, the yellow one, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. We'll read it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'll read it. It's not my first thing that I'll look up, but I can read it.
Yeah.
It's usually a certified good time.
Yeah, it's for when you're looking for something light, but you want something interesting. So,
PG means nothing
yeah, it's a good
anymore.
one.
Well, kind of like that, maybe. It's just that anyone can read it.
Yeah.
So where would you rate it? Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
I think sometimes like you I don't know if it cuts off. It might be a Discord thing.
Yeah, I think it's Discord because I hear you and everything's fine and I keep talking and you don't hear me.
Okay. So where did you put Janfic again?
I'll read it.
Okay, perfect.
I'll read it.
You
Yeah, same.
you chose that one, right? I
Yes.
need you to remind me. Okay, perfect. Um Coffee shop AU. Meh.
Hmm. Meh.
It's
Also, Mel, I haven't read anything interesting with this trope,
yeah,
so
like
meh
I've read a
for me.
couple of them, but it's just not that interesting for me.
Common for me.
Yeah. Well, that was quick.
Okay. What?
I was saying that was a quick one.
Yeah.
um,
We don't have to elaborate on that.
no, it's
So,
just that someone works at a coffee shop. The other person is a client. They meet. Maybe they'll start dating, or they just see each other every time the other person goes to the coffee shop, and that's that. And something blossoms, but it's for me, it's nothing really special.
yeah. It it usually works with college AU.
Yeah, it's more like if it's integrated in the college AU and they meet at the college cafeteria and stuff, it works.
Yeah, but
But by itself, it's just not very interesting.
There are more interesting stuff.
Yeah, or at least I haven't read any like um ones that I would be like, oh yeah. Anyway, which one
Yeah.
next?
So next, a good one that I really love for some reason, and if it's written like well,
Mm-hmm.
slow burn. Slow burn.
Slow
Damn,
burn.
I'll sacrifice my sleep for that.
It depends on execution for me.
Like I know sometimes it's like
It's just
boring.
sometimes it gets dragged so long and it frustrates me when you're on chapter
Yeah.
20 and they're still at it. I
But I love a good slow burn, so I'll sacrifice my sleep for that. Yeah.
Connor agrees with you. I can't. Like again, I don't dislike it, I don't hate it, but it usually frustrates me a lot. So it really depends on execution and it has to be moderate.
Yes. I have to say that some slow burn are just like some way to make the story longer,
Yeah,
but there are people who write really good slow burns,
I
and
know.
sometimes yeah,
I
it's good
know.
for the soul.
It's just it's just really for me it really depends. Sometimes I just can't handle it. I mean, there's a reason why nowadays I read mostly one shots instead of multi-chapter fics.
Yes.
And the ones that I read are still updating and I die a little inside.
No.
But yes, if someone doesn't know what slow burn is, it's basically just like a relationship that takes its time. It doesn't develop right away. It's just like very slowly getting there. They get to know. Very mundane, I would say.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of it.
I know. It's just.
I think it depends more on my humor than the story itself.
For me, it
Like,
really
if
depends
I
on the
have patience for
story.
that,
Sometimes I have the
if I
patience,
have the
and even
patience
then,
for
it
that,
just takes too long. Get to the point.
me give me my sheep already.
Get to the point. They both like each other. They already know it, but they very dumb and dense. Like in
Yeah.
Miraculous
Slow burn works.
Ladybug.
Slow burn works for ships that are not canon.
Yeah.
I think that.
I mean, yeah. Or if
Because
you want to imagine them
when
like,
they're canon,
yeah.
where they are canon, it's like you already watched that on the movie, book, series, whatever.
It could
You can
also work in a
like
ship that it's already canon by the time you watch the series, but they don't really show you how they got together.
yeah, that could work. Yeah.
Can you tell that we used to write fanfiction?
Yeah.
Those were dark times.
Dark times.
Anyway, yeah, it really for me it really depends, but I can see why you guys
Yeah.
put it all the way up. Okay. Leo has
Okay,
talked me
next.
down to an A with Ladybug. I mean, I'm just so frustrated with that series. I'm so sorry. Not all slow burns are like that, but man. Ugh. Anyway,
It's just traumatized.
I'm just traumatized. I have PTSD.
She had a lot of expectations.
and nothing happened. Ah! A body swap? Why would I read body
Okay.
swap? I mean, in general.
Mm,
Mm, I wouldn't.
I,
I think this fits more
uh,
as a crack fic.
yeah, kind of. I, I can imagine like body swapping fan fiction, but I like it in
Yeah,
movies.
I mean, there's a whole
So,
romantic movie about that.
like a lot of them.
Yeah,
So,
but in
I say
fanfic,
depends for me.
I'm gonna say not my thing just because I wouldn't really look for that. Even like in a general setting, not a shipping setting, I don't really see
Yeah.
myself like actively looking for that for any reason. And it feels more like a crack fic for me. Hmm. I would say not my thing. And I guess for you depends on execution?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, which one next?
Let's say okay, I don't know. We're getting to the good ones.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get out of the way like the rest of the ones that are like,
So we can expose ourselves and then run away.
and then some more.
Okay, missing scenes.
Okay. That one, I'll read it.
Yeah, same.
It's not my go to, but it tends to be good. To explain this one, it's more
Yeah,
like,
sometimes you just need to know.
yeah. This one is, I think it's pretty self explanatory, but it's like just what happens like in between scenes. Um, like
Yeah.
what you don't get to see on
Sometimes,
screen.
yes, for the time or the story, they just got stuff, important stuff out,
Uh huh.
and it's like you need to see that interaction.
Yeah, like
So you go to see.
yeah, like for example, you already see them interacting in or in the thing, or maybe they got to a certain point, but they don't really show you how nor what happened before that, and that's basically missing scenes. Someone writing what might have happened in between all of that.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'll read it.
Yeah, same.
Mm, humor. I would say not my thing. I think it's the same
Not
as
my thing.
crack fic, kind of. I mean, oh, it like cut there for a second.
Yeah, it's the same like graphic, but sometimes not.
It's not as
But
crazy.
it's not what I look for in a fanfic.
Yeah, it's just not. I mean, a fan fiction can have a little bit of humor in it, but it's not its core element.
Yeah, it's not like comedy itself.
Yeah, I guess I would put it in meh.
Yeah, not my thing.
Yeah, more like meh. um, which one next?
Okay. Amnesia fic.
Really depends on execution.
Yeah, for me, not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is I don't know. It's just I don't need that.
I mean, I played a whole game about that, but
Yeah.
but like I used to not like it, but I recently read one where it's like it's not a very long one. Um, it's not like they completely forgot about the person, just partially. Or no, they did forget about them,
Well,
but it's still like it's still had certain elements. Like it's at its essence, the character was still the same,
yeah.
and they still had something special. And then like a whole new
Okay, that
thing
could work.
developed from that, and also helped them get together. And eventually, like not that long after, they got back their memories. So in like short-ish stories, for me, it works.
That could work. Yeah.
And usually it works better as a help them get together rather than, oh, they were already together and for drama's sake, oh no, they forgot everything, you know.
Yeah.
So it really depends on
You know where
execution.
I've seen those?
Or
With with real people, like with singers and
I
actors.
mean, yeah.
Like, I don't know, Harry Styles fell from some place and he hit his head and now he doesn't remember that he's the
He's
superstar.
a celebrity.
So now you're the person
Oh
who
god.
can help him remember or take
No.
advantage of that.
No.
That's why those
That's
are the kind of amnesia fix get or cross paths with.
ugh, that's where
So
it doesn't
that's not
work.
something. Please no.
No, no, not those. I'm talking more about fictional characters. That's where I
Yeah,
like them. So,
that's a problem. That's a problem, not problem, but situation with fanfics when involves real people
yeah.
that it's not like the real people. They're
Mhm.
good stuff. Sometimes you need them,
Yeah.
but I think it's more popular with singers, especially with K-pop or with
Oh no.
Harry Styles.
Oh no.
And with them, like I get it. Oh no. Oh, I unblock a memory.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Leo, don't lose your
I
memory when you get famous. I won't.
the problem or being live. I unblock a memory and now I can't unblock it. But yeah, basically, it can, there's like some sort of problem with me
Mhm.
because I see the real person and now the fanfic person, and it's not the same. Like I turn them into fictional people on the fanfics.
Mm.
So I know some people like wants this real interaction,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
It
Work
wouldn't
for me.
exist otherwise. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I it's when it comes to fan fiction about real people, I just feel very uncomfortable. I tried getting into it
Yes.
and it's just not it for me. But fictional characters on the other hand, absolutely. Um but yeah, that's because of that good example that I have. It really depends on execution because it usually is just for drama's sake, and I don't like it when it's just for drama's sake and hurt.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. Now that I can't erase that memory, let's move on.
Okay, I'm starting to get less and less options for things.
You can't escape forever.
I want to
We can't
though.
escape. Oh no, technical problems.
Oh god, no, why? Huh?
No. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I'm
okay, okay,
making
okay,
an
okay.
excuse.
I got scared because I
I'm
was like,
making an
OBS,
excuse.
OBS, please. Okay, it was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah, just kidding, just kidding.
Okay. Estúpida, mis sentimientos, idiota. Okay. Time loop.
Okay.
Sometimes it works, but rarely.
Yeah,
It's
I
it
don't
has to
like
be
it.
like a very specific situation,
Yes.
and it usually doesn't work.
No.
I'm gonna say meh.
I'm gonna say not my thing.
I think I like it better in other media.
Yes, it's better in movies or visual stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say meh because I don't really mind it, but I wouldn't actively look for it either.
Yes.
I just finished the Blair Witch game, so I'm in a good mood for this one. I mean, yeah. I feel like in other media it works, but for fan fiction, it's very tricky. Okay. Which other one is your time to choose?
Baby fake.
Oh my god, why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me?
we're we're running out of options
Oh
here.
my god, okay.
Okay, I have to say I'll read it. It's not my go-to, but if it's there,
It really depends for me. I'm between I'll read it and depends. Because sometimes it's like, mm, I'll read it. Fine,
yeah,
I'll read it.
yeah,
It's just like if you're already reading for the ship, unless you don't want that specifically, or you have like
yes,
you're reading the ship for very specific reasons, then it depends on execution or meh. But I'm already reading for them to be together. Why not? They're happier. Anyway, usually. It's just like the funny thing about this trope for me is that if you had asked me like a year ago about this, I would have said not my thing. But I don't know
yeah.
what
Things change.
happened in the chemistry in my brain that it's I mean I know what happened to an extent that you're gonna find out very soon. Um because we're running out of tropes. We're running out of tropes. But I used to really dislike that. And now I'm
Yes.
currently reading like 3 different fan fiction at the same time that have well, yeah, not baby yet, but in the process.
Yes.
My god. Okay. Um you know what, since we're in the subject of it, pregnancy fic, pregnant, pregante.
Okay. Yes. Not my go-to. And sometimes it's just uh, depends.
Depends.
Yeah, depends.
I just
I mean, if there's a baby, it's like it's part of the trope, but sometimes they use like pregnancy for the sake of keep the ship together.
here's the thing
And
though. The
Yeah, but
point.
sometimes,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
but
but
sometimes they use it to force them with other characters, so
okay,
it's
no, in that case, no, absolutely not. Fuck that. But
that that's what depends for me.
when it when it comes to the couple you're reading about, it can be like, oh, it was the one night stand, but now we have this situation, and that helps them get together. Like, not
Yeah.
necessarily that they're gonna be a couple, or like they're like, oh well, we have no other choice. It's not so much about that. It's more like, okay, we want to explore this, see if it works, even if we don't necessarily, even if we aren't necessarily looking for it. I'm just really biased because I'm reading something like that. A mother AU, but I guess depends. Depends. Just because
Yeah.
sometimes it can be used for drama, and I don't like it when it's like that. But
Yes.
when it's about the couple already together and they're going through that journey together, it's very sweet.
Then there, yes, then
Why
there
would
is
you do
beautiful.
that? Because either it was an accident, that happens a lot, or
Yes.
they're already a very happy
You found
couple.
stuff.
They're already a very happy couple, and they want to expand their family. You know?
For it.
They want to create something together with love. And it's very sweet. I will die on this hill. This is where I go feral. I was being very tame up until now. Anyway, I'm normal again. Let's
Okay.
continue.
Oh, next.
Yes,
Established relationships.
absolutely 100% yes.
Yes, of course, I'll sacrifice
I will give my
weeks
life for
of
it.
sleep for this. Yeah.
They're already together, and it's just about them going through their relationship. But maybe some angst, but they can solve it. Happy ending. Heart
Yes.
comfort.
They
Absolutely.
ended up together.
Yes. Write a story about
So
that.
nothing else to.
The same thing that I described, the same reason why I read it is because it's the same reason why people write Preganon and Fix, okay?
Yes.
The fluffiness and the rainbows. Oh, I get why you were talking
That's the
about
key.
the angsty side of that. I remember. I just unlocked a memory. That was terrible.
No.
I hated that. My
We
god.
we are locking our memories again after this.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, established relationship.
Yes,
Absolutely would 100%. Um,
of course.
canon divergence. I mean, it de- it doesn't depend on execution for me. It depends on the fandom.
Yes. I can't say anything because the only fanfic that I ever write, and it's like the first chapter, it's also on my Wattpad page. It
Traumatization.
was. It was like this.
Oh yeah, yours was like
So
yeah.
yeah, I lose that file, by the way.
Oh
I don't have it anymore. So
no. Well, it must be on your
I
profile. Maybe.
oh yeah, it's first and second chapter, I guess.
Oh.
But the rest of it, that it was almost finished. Like
Oh.
I lost the file, so
Oh
it's
no.
now in the voice
Oh.
somewhere in the space.
Somewhere in
But yeah, for me, I will read it.
Jeremy Veremy.
It's like I love to explore all the different points of view and what could have been. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I like.
As long as it's not into an angsty route, like sad ending, I'll read it.
Yes.
Because I have read a couple of fan fictions that change like some scenes or the way some things happen, but it's still like on the good track.
Yes.
So I'll read it.
Well, I can say anything. I basically kill a character,
I mean, I
so
did as well, but it's whatever.
for the sake of the story.
For the sake of the story and traumatizing your readers as much as the writers traumatize you in the original piece of media.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Next.
Thank you. Next.
Oh,
Thank you. Next.
next. Friends to lovers.
Friends to lovers. I'll read it.
I think it's pretty boring.
Yeah, unless
Kinda.
if there's in this is the rare case where if there's no angst in it, it's really not that interesting.
Yes.
I'll say it depends.
I think I like it on regular media like TV shows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But in fanfics, it's just boring for me. So I'll put it on meh.
For me, it depends. I'd rather them be strangers and get to know each other than them already knowing each other, and then it's like, especially childhood friends. It's like,
Yeah.
if it's
It's
like,
like too sweet.
yeah, if they're like friends, if they've become friends recently, then maybe like that it changes things. I can hear
Yes.
Romina playing.
Yeah, I have my little beast playing around. She wants to be part of it.
She also wants to say her opinions on friends to lovers. I will say me and my
Yeah, she
GF
doesn't like
follow
them.
this trend. I mean, most people do. I feel like in order to become
Yes.
lovers, you really have to be friends first. IRL. Because it's really hard to connect with
Yeah.
someone you don't really know. But in fiction, in fan fiction
This is a good
specifically,
this is a good example. When fiction it's like completely separated from real life.
yeah,
Like in real life this is the perfect stuff. But in fanfics,
it's like
like
depends.
it. I could read it,
Yeah, it's like
but not.
it's not a bad trope. It's just not really what I'm looking for.
Yes.
So for me, it depends, but it I could read it, so that's why it's above me for
Yes.
me at least.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Dang it.
next.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, you know, you know what? Let's get it out of the way.
Okay.
PWP for the uninitiated. Porn without plot. No, I mean there might be a very minimum setup beforehand, but it just goes to business.
Yes.
I just looked at what we
For
have left
me,
and I'm scared.
there's
uh,
no story here.
Buckle up. Like there's not really a story here, it's just them going at it. There might be a slight setup, just for flavor, just to add to things and know why we got there. But there, other than that, it's just that. And I am so sorry, Chad. You're about to know the kind of person that I am. This is what I read on the daily. I am sorry. My 3 a.m. old yaoi. I'm You know, it's what fuels me in life. I'm sorry. It's been like this
She,
for the past.
she lives for it.
It's been like this for the past 5 years. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. It's just what I read every day.
Yeah. Okay, I want to let you dial on here. For me, I'll read it.
Okay.
Like,
Slightly
depends
better.
on the characters for me. Depends on the characters for me, but it's not like my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
But I can read it.
It's like a good,
I can read it.
like, it's good when it's in a long story, like, oh yeah, we finally got to it, but I just don't have the patience for that. I already know the characters, I know why I like them, I know why I like them together, I just want them to get to it. And it usually
I
includes
know what
established relationship. I know what I want.
I know what I'm here.
I know what I'm here for.
Yes.
This is why I don't read many genfics because I'm usually in the E tag. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I remember those days.
Oh boy. I mean, technically it wasn't
There
my
wasn't any.
fault that I got into that.
No,
I got
it
traumatized.
wasn't. But
I got traumatized and then dragged into it and then oh boy. Well, although to be fair, there was a time back then where I read normal stuff and then at some point in my life I just stopped. And I still read some good fanfictions that don't have just that, but they take forever to update.
yes,
The
usually these kind of fakes are like just out there in a
half of the viewers left.
minutes
Good. Then
after.
this isn't for them.
Yes. Okay, not much to explain here. Next.
Which one are you choosing?
After we expose ourselves, let's go with first kid.
First kiss.
I think this one goes
I'll read it.
a lot with slow burn.
Yeah, it's like it can be a one-shot thing,
Yes.
but it's still
I don't
nice.
see it as a long fic trope.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I said I'll read it.
Like it's just yeah, I'll read it too.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Something cute, but not long.
Yeah. Not my thing, D. I mean, it's just like it works better as a part of a long story rather than its own thing. But
Yeah.
it still works as a one shot. Mm, yeah, I'll read it. It's not my go-to, but
Yes.
dark fic.
What?
Dark fic.
Oh.
It's like an alternate timeline where everything's bad, or the characters are evil. It's kind of like a role reversal, I guess.
Uh, it depends for me.
I just. Mm, I mean, it's interesting to see them in different roles sometimes, but it's just not what I'm looking for usually. I would
Yes.
say meh.
And there's sometimes like a lot of trauma there, so I don't like that too much. So for me, it depends.
Wait. Okay, depends. The trauma part convinced me. Traumatic
The
past.
trauma and it's not like angst, fully angst. They're just go through a lot of trauma before turning into that.
It still depends because it's like
Depends. For me, it depends.
sometimes that's so good. Depends. Not quite an A. Just depends.
Yeah.
That's what got me into fanfiction for a while. The trauma. Okay, you go next.
Okay. You're leaving me with no more options. Okay, something that I haven't read yet.
Okay.
The Huddle for Warmth.
It's usually
I
not.
will say not my thing.
It's usually not necessarily a sexual thing. Um,
Yeah,
but it's. I would say meh.
yeah. Usually not my thing, so
Meh.
yeah. So we reach the top 5.
Shit. Okay, I'm just gonna rip off the band-aid. I'm sorry. Sex pollen. It basically works as a PWP device, and it's what I'm here for. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's just basically that some mysterious plant or something uh releases pollen that happens to be more of an aphrodisiac, has like an aphrodisiac effect, and
Yeah, something weird.
it leads to people being horny. So yeah, you know, it's just that. There's not much to it. It's part of the
Like
PWP.
self-explanatory.
Pretty self-explanatory. It's part of the PWP. So what were you expecting, honestly?
Yeah. For me, not my thing, but I haven't found much of it with
Coward.
my fandoms. I think it's more popular with other fandoms, but not for my fandom, so it's not my thing actually.
Coward.
I have to Google this.
Which one? Or did you have to Google it beforehand?
The last one. Like Six Point is like, what is this?
I had to find out by reading.
Urban Dictionary was very useful.
Oh yeah, Urban Dictionary is very useful for these kind of things.
But yeah, it's not my thing.
Fun fact, the US military worked on a weapon that would have done that. Huh. Huh.
What?
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
No, no.
Sure. Okay. Anyway, um, yeah, I figured that you wouldn't. The just because that one time when you asked me what is PWPA was like, oh, sweet summer child.
Oh, so you didn't know. I mean, I know what it is, but I didn't know that was the name.
Oh,
So
and I'm like, I'm supposed to be the youngest.
you're supposed. There was one time, a lot of years ago, when you were the child we protected.
I mean, I can't. It's kind of you guys' fault that I turned out this way. I'm sorry. Thanks to our friend in common, I found out about a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have found out about and around that age. And
We still protect you like a lot.
and then it spiraled down from there.
Okay. For context, at the beginning there were 5.
There were 5 of us.
There were five of us, and then one left, and we still talk with the other two girls, but
Not as
not that
much.
much as we used to.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm the only one like who keeps in touch with all of us.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
there was a time when we will talk like all day, every day,
And on Messenger.
messengers,
The
and we
Messenger
used to
days.
we used to do these escape calls like at 3 a.m. just to laugh, weird stuff. But some of them were older,
Hey.
so we yeah we introduce you to a lot of stuff, but also protect you from that. So yeah.
So they were basically, yeah, yeah, this exists, but also do not read it. And then one of them would be like, hey, read this. And I would be like, ah, trauma.
It's not completely our fault, but we help a little bit.
So you have to thank them for that, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
there was a time where I was one who didn't know about things, and now I have to explain things to Hannah.
Yes.
Ironic. Anyway,
Anyway,
you have to choose another.
I have to choose. Okay, I can choose this one because I haven't read it.
Why do I feel
And
like I
I
know?
didn't know what it was. What?
Why do I feel like I know which one it is?
Yeah, ABO.
Why would you do this to me?
We have to get it out of the way. Like,
Okay.
for me,
Mm-hmm.
it's not my thing
Mm-hmm.
because I haven't read it. I didn't know it was like a huge thing until then again I Google it.
Oh boy, oh boy.
I'm I'm the aunt who has to Google stuff because I know what it is, but I just don't know how it's named nowadays. So yeah, not my thing.
No. Mm. Okay. If you ask Leo from 5 years ago, if this were Leo 5 years ago answering, it would be absolutely not. Get it away from me. Because I hated it. I read fics about it and I didn't like them. It was just not for me. But then, come end of 2022, I don't know what happened. I don't know.
I kind of know what happened,
You know what
but yeah.
happened, but I don't know what happened. That rearranged my brain chemistry. And it's basically why I read baby fics and pregnancy fics
Yeah, and stuff.
and stuff not related to that.
So, will you read it? Just read it or sacrifice your
I will
hours of sleep for it?
sacrifice my entire day just for that. I don't know what
Nice.
to tell you. Just something happened and I don't know what it was, but now I read ABO pretty frequently whenever someone posts it.
Can you please explain what this is about?
We're not gonna
Care
talk.
to elaborate?
We're not gonna talk about my canon event that led me to start liking ABO. Anyway, and just so people don't think it's furries because it's not that, it was VTubers.
No,
Who, why? I'm not gonna
of course.
elaborate. It was VTubers, but I'm not gonna say more than that.
Okay.
Wait, Con, you don't know what this is? Or are you just trolling me? Because you're saying, Leo, no, but you don't. Okay,
He's just saying it so he can get
Leo,
a
do
clip
it. I
of
don't know
this.
what it is. Okay, I'm not gonna elaborate on the VTuber part. I'm just gonna say AVO is alpha, beta, omega, which is how to explain that? It's just
Let's just say,
basically
like a society.
you know, there's a thing in this, it's a whole alternate universe where people have what it's called secondary genders. And mm, let's just say that if you're an alpha, you're like the dominant ones. A beta or beta, however you pronounce it, is more like in the middle, where it's just not that interesting. And omegas are very submissive. You would have to really dig, like, look it up. I don't know how to explain this to you. You just have to know.
Google it.
Google it.
No, no, please don't. I did it, and it's not good.
I don't know how to explain
Yeah,
it other than Google it or read it and find
it's a
out for
society,
yourself.
like some kind of dystopian world, kind of, and the
Or
society is
utopian.
like rearranged this way with alphas and betas and omegas, and that's all you have to know. That's all you need to know, basically.
Isn't that some red pill stuff? What's the red pill stuff?
No, it's not, it's from Matrix, right?
I think so. Like, if it's referring to, like, oh, this is already. No. It's just like an alternate universe
No,
where we live in a society. And power balance, I guess, could be a good way
like
to.
I'm afraid to be wrong with this,
Uh huh.
but it's kind of the dynamics with Divergent.
A little far
Kind of, but
fetched, but
like
it's a way to
like
explain
the
it.
like fact that there's like people divided by segments in the society. That's all. The, the explanation.
Is it the whole becoming aware? Okay, according to Google, red pill means becoming aware of the political biases inherent in society, including in the
Yeah, I think
mainstream
it's
media,
not.
and ultimately becoming an independent thinker. Not really. It's more about societal roles, I guess.
Yeah, it's more like that. That's why Divergent it's my example. Like divided in factions, but in this case it's just A, B, or O.
Yeah. I wouldn't know how to explain it. Google it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on. Wait, this is not it. This is the other one.
Okay, your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh yeah, you picked ABO.
Yeah, to get it out of the way.
Mutual pining.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes, I think so.
You will sacrifice or you will read.
I'll read it. Just read it. Like,
Okay.
I can read it, but I will not lose my sleep for that.
I will. I absolutely will.
Like, it can create like an interesting story,
But when they're flirting with
but
each other.
Yeah, it's usually goes with slow burn.
It makes
Now
it
forget it.
so much better.
I could sacrifice my hours of sleep for this. Forget it. Yeah.
If any of you has watched Kaguya-sama, then you know what I'm talking about. That is a very good slow burn with mutual pining. I will die on this
Yes.
hill. So in fan fictions where they just flirt with each other and they're like playful with each other because they both know they like each other, but still they don't know how to like confess or are not really sure. It's just good. I like it.
Yes.
Your turn.
Anyway, we have to do this at some point. Angst.
I'll read it, but only if it has a happy ending.
Yeah, for me it depends, because I mostly go for a comfort,
Uh-huh.
and angst doesn't give me that much comfort, so it depends for me.
What did you read that as, Con? Come on. You're telling me? Mutual pining. Pining.
It's totally innocent.
It's very normal. We already well no,
There's nothing wrong.
we still have one left, but we already got the weird stuff out of the way.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Like, they are fighting because I don't know why, but dogs being dogs.
Yep.
So
Mm,
we were into pining. It's completely innocent.
yes. I'm trying to focus on homework, okay? Well, you're not doing a very good job at it because you've been answering this whole time, and I had to kind of explain what ABO is and failed miserably at it. So if I had to do that, you're not really paying attention to homework. Just saying. Anyway,
Oh, anyway.
so angst. Yeah, I'll read it. It can add like the good hurt in my system, but I need at least some kind
Yeah.
of happy resolution in some way at the end.
Yes.
If it's angst with an unhappy ending, then no. But
That's why unhappy ending it's a different trope.
mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes. Anyway, well, I only have one left. Bang or die. Eh, you would think I would put it up there since I put everything else up there, but it's just the reasons for it. It's like meh.
Meh.
Very true. So that's my my tier list.
Yeah, so meh also.
Okay, you can send me yours so we can like compare it. Let me just do
Yeah.
something real quick. Whoop. Where is it? How do I stop showing it? Should I transition?
I don't know.
Hold on. Nope, that's not it. Not it either. I'm scared of transitioning. Okay, I'm gonna go to the BRB screen just to try. Okay, no, this is not gonna work. Okay, there. Okay, never mind. It worked. Anyway, I'm just gonna put it there so I can save like the picture. They're not gonna be able to hear you in the BRB because there's no audio. Or can you? Can they? No. No, they can't. While I save this... Yeah, we'll post them on the Discord as well. Don't worry. People, join the Discord server. I demand it. Let me just cut this. I'm sorry, Hannah, they can't hear you. Yet. Yet. Okay. Okay, I'll check it in a minute. I'm just adjusting things here. Wait, wrong key. There we go. Anyway, download. Just download the picture. Please. Download. Please download. Come on. It's just not downloading. Please just download it. Wait, where is it? Oh, did you send it over the other one? WhatsApp? Both? I don't see it on Discord. Did you put it on the server? I can't see it. Let's Oh, there. There it is. I see it now. Okay, let me just close this. Oh, I already downloaded mine, I think. My image. So let me go back to the overlay. Yep. Okay. So this is mine, as you guys already saw. And this one is... Picture, there it is. And this one... Is it this one? Yeah, it is this one. Okay. And... this one's Hannah's. You have a lot of... I will sacrifice my sleep for this.
Yes.
Huh. I think mine is more on the... I'll read it. Very few... I think we have the same 3 on on like absolutely not get it away from me. And not my thing.
Almost. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Anyway. I was gonna say that we had another one, like as a little extra, but I don't know if you have time for that.
I don't know.
Maybe we can leave it for another time, because it's shorter, but if we want to elaborate, it will take us a little bit.
Yeah, we can leave it for another time. You can tell us if you want, chat. Another one of these.
Yeah, if you guys want another one of these, we can do it. And some other time, we can schedule it and, you know. See.
Yes. I think this is like too similar because we share fandoms a lot.
Yeah.
So
we share like
most
our tastes and
fandoms. Yeah. So hey.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah, that was more fun than I anticipated. Very scuffed at the beginning, but yeah, we can do another one next time. The other one that we have left, and maybe in the future, I was planning on doing some of my own because there's one that's specifically about Genshin characters, and you don't know Genshin characters, but we can do it just based on vibes
Oh,
if you want.
okay. Yes, I like it.
And then maybe we can create
I don't know.
an original one.
Maybe then I'll be into Genshin. I don't know.
Please be. Please do. I'm begging you.
I'm tempted. I'm not gonna lie.
Please. I think Leo will be really mad whenever she sees mine. I mean, we already know you have very bad taste, Con. It's okay. And that you're an edgy Shadow the Hedgehog. It's fine. I accept you the way you are.
Yeah.
But with that, chat, thank you so much for stopping by and giving us 3 of your hours. Wow.
Yeah. This was fun.
It was very fun. We'll definitely do it
a lot of
again.
unlocked memories.
And we got re traumatized by our own hand.
Thank you very much. Brain
Damage. Emotional damage.
damage.
But yeah, we will do it. We'll definitely do another one of these next time. We'll have to see about next month because I already have this month very packed. But yeah, we'll try to figure something out and let you guys know.
Yes.
So, thank you for being with me,
Thank
Hannah.
you, Chad.
Thank you for welcoming her. And I'll see you next week with Undertale, I think. Oh boy. I'm not looking forward to
If
that.
everything right.
And if everything works. So yeah. Anyway, bye chat.
Anyway.
See you.
Bye.